So welcome to part 5. We were going to start at the woodshed, but we thought that this is an important part of the process to put on here. This is the most labor-intensive part of this whole thing. Look how far out we have to go. And all these rounds, we have to huck them towards where I'm standing, from Jason to me, so that we can load them out into the sled.
Here's another one I wanted to show the audience. They might not understand here. It looks pretty easy because you'll see us walking on the surface of the snow. But what I want to illustrate to you is just how deep this actually is. So I'm going to set my foot over here in some virgin snow and show you how deep it really is.
Watch this.
I'm not on the ground yet, and I'm up to my hips. If I take another step this way, that's the
Yeah,
ground.
look, he's up to his chest. I can see from here.
So the ground is right here.
Oh, man.
Just to give you an idea, obviously you don't want to be cutting wood and, throwing it in this situation. So we try and stamp down the snow and give ourselves somewhere hard to walk.
And we walk on the branches.
They act like snowshoes.
Yes, that's very important.
The other thing you can't see here is that I'm actually standing on top of an entire alder bush.
Yeah, there's a whole forest under here.
That run crisscross here, and they're really good at breaking your ankle or grabbing your leg or whatever. So.
Well, we also know our land really well, and so we know what's under here, but you really have to make sure that you scout out your land really well. See what happens? It's really easy to fall. So imagine hucking things that are like getting weights at the gym and throwing them to the next person so that they can start putting them in the sled. So
this piece here probably weighs about 45 pounds.
And that's the burl from the top.
About like a 50-pound bag of dog food.
Yeah, I assigned those ones to you because you're the big burly man. So but all these other ones here, I threw all those from way back there to here, and that's like, I don't know, how far did you say that is? Like 30 feet?
30 feet.
Like 30 feet? That's hard. I've had to get some muscles I didn't even know I freaking had being here.
Oh, and just so everybody knows, we don't waste these branches.
No, we don't.
They do get collected for emergency fires.
Yep.
As well as when we do baking in our cob oven.
We'll do a special on the cob oven another day, but yes, it does end up being tinder for that.
Yeah, this gets wasted.
No, we don't waste anything.
Because this is a spruce tree, these can actually be left in the snow all winter long. And when you come back, they've got this thick, resiny pitch all over them, and it actually keeps them dry.
Yeah, they won't be
wet. So if I
wet.
come back in the spring and this pile's still here, I collect them and they burn just
They'll
like
still
matches.
burn. So will all this stuff. This is a special kind of lichen. It's a black lichen, often called old man's beard. And it's great. Usnea is the Latin name for it, but it's great for starting fires.
Yep.
So we got to get back on this so we keep our body temperatures up, and we'll see you at the woodshed. So as you can see, we're finishing this chore in just the nick of time. The sun is going down now, and the temperature is going to drop pretty sharply here in a few minutes. So we got our last load and getting into the woodshed. One rule about heavy things anywhere, but especially in Alaska, if you can roll it, roll it. If you can, spin it, spin it. If you can flip it topsy-turvy over and over again, do that. Because there's no sense in lifting something that's way past your capacity to lift. Because how are you going to cut wood if you hurt your back from trying to lift something that's too heavy for you to lift?
Got a couple branches.
Got a couple branches got to come off. Okay. Okay, so Jason's got to get this huge burl out of here. He's going to try and roll it over all the branches so that it has kind of like a runway to get out of there.
I'd say a conservative estimate, this weighs pretty close to 300 pounds. It might even be 400 pounds. And the stupidest thing you could possibly do is try and pick it up.
Yeah, I was just telling the folks at home that.
Gravity.
So he's just going to flip it end over end over end if he can, using leverage. So he's not really lifting it. He's just kind of repositioning it, rolling it, making its own weight do the work. You can see how heavy it is. It's like moving a boulder. Normally the trees that we cut don't have burls on them. This one was rare. We were kind of waiting for the day when we were going to cut this guy to get the burl.
You can also kind of imagine with this much weight that high up in the tree, it changes the entire dynamic about how the tree is going to fall.
Heck yeah.
So,
yeah, so that's why we had to be so careful. We
that's
really...
why it went this way. I wanted this tree to go this way, but
Yeah.
I looked at where the burl was and I went, there's no way.
It just wasn't going to happen.
Sometimes the tree tells you where it's going.
I think all the
There's no
times.
argument.
I think all the times the tree tells you where it's going to go. Okay. And also that styrofoam sound you hear is the snow. Because it's so dry, it squeaks like rubbing styrofoam together. Okay, well, we're going to have to come back for this guy. So we'll be back with you in just a minute. Okay, so this is all the wood we got right now. And we're going to get this split and stacked for probably another day.
You can see, you remember I cut one long. That was going to be my new chopping block because that's what happened to my old one.
Oh, yeah, it's split right in half.
So,
that was fun. So that's a new one.
This guy.
Mm-hmm.
Stand him up like
Yep.
this. And then it's just a matter of coming out here with the maul, picking somebody. How about him? There's a little guy.
Quick demonstration here.
Set him down.
Sometimes they're a bit finicky when they have knots in them because the branches where they come out, they make... I'll show you on this one right
I
here.
don't have a lot of room here.
Complicated knotting right there makes it very difficult to split. So you gotta, it's not how hard you hit it, it's how good you hit it. There we go.
That one was kind of shitty. But...
That one, well, you know. So you see how it kind of, hang on honey, hang on. See how it wants to twist in the middle there. That's why that was so hard to split.
Little ones are obviously easier, you know, something like that. Pop right apart.
Yep.
And, you know, you'll come back. That's a little too fat for the stove, so I'll come back and do it again.
Yep.
And just like that.
Yep.
But now when you get to something big, like this guy's going to be mean. He's got a knot right here, and that knot goes all the way to the center of the wood. So,
yeah, these ones are tricky. So there's a procedure to getting this to split right.
There. I'm not going to hit across this knot. If you imagine a line that goes all the way in, I'm not going to cut it this way. I'm going to cut it this way.
Yep.
And that's going to make it easier. Now, obviously, I don't have a lot of room in here. Usually, I've cleared this out, but
yep.
for the video.
Yeah, we've cleared it out a little bit so you can see. So he's got to make some initial thwacks in it to kind of release the pressure inside of the round. And then he'll come at it from another angle. And then it'll start to make a crack down the middle. See?
And what's this side?
And also when they're a little bit wet, they're a little harder to split. That one had a pretty straight grain on it actually.
These little shorter grains here, that's the beginning of this guy.
Yeah.
When I take another edge off here, you'll see it.
It'll just come right off and be a big knot in there. All right.
And you can see how it kind of bulges right here. It has a curve to it.
Yep.
That's the end of this knot. It goes all the way through.
Exactly.
So I want to make them a little smaller and hit right next to them.
Yep.
And then it's all about using see the curve?
Yep.
So all this grain goes this way. His grain goes this way. So that's basically all there is to it. Just thwack, set, repeat until you got enough to burn.
Yep, so we're going to do that, and maybe we'll have another video of how we get a pile of wood ready. We need to go take a break, I think.
Yep.
Judging by how much ice is on Jason's beard, that's our barometer.
We're both, sweaty. Now we're dealing with about 10 below right now.
But it's going to drop.
It's dropping now because the sun's going down, so...
We're going to go inside
for safety,
and rest.
When you get hot and start getting tired, it's not like, you know, when it's 60 degrees, you can just work through the sweat, pull the sweatshirt, you know, pull the t-shirt off.
It's not that way.
Topless. You can't do that in this, so we got to do one little bit at a time. So
yeah, we got to take our time, and we've got lots of trees need to come down, and so we're fine with this pile for right now.
Yep.
It's just one of those things, you know, it's hard to know how much wood you're going to need because you don't know what the temperature is going to do all winter.
Yeah, I mean, if it's 30 degrees, you know, we go through what you see there in a whole winter. And if it's 30 degrees below, we go through that in about a week.
And also the thing with the dry spruce, I think.
Big difference.
Jason, don't you agree that the dry spruce kind of tends to, even though it goes hotter, it burns a lot faster?
It burns faster.
Yeah.
One piece of dry spruce burns a little bit cooler than one piece of dry birch, but
yeah.
Drying birch takes time, energy, space.
Yes.
And I mean, it's exactly the same process you just saw.
Yeah.
Except it becomes a little bit more complicated because the saw does not like birch.
Yeah, it tends to bind up because it's so wet because we have to take them green.
It's super wet when you cut a birch, even a dead birch. the birch has fungus in it, and that fungus eats the birch from the center of the tree out, and so the tree is still sucking up moisture. It's whole as it dies.
It doesn't
when
do
dies,
what the
it's full
spruce
of water.
does.
The spruce is very dry, and so the saw just goes right through it. It's actually easier to cut wood with a chainsaw when it's really cold.
In the wintertime,
because the water in the tree forms ice crystals, and it just goes right through them like you were cutting butter.
Well, we'll do another episode in the summer, I think, of cutting birch. So this is just spruce for now, but we're going to sign off right now. We'll make another video of splitting wood and all that, but that's basically how you do it.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you get a minute. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends. This is just part of our life in Alaska, and we'll have more videos coming soon. So if you like it, subscribe. All right. Stay warm.